Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Life has been lifing for me, guys. A little quick update. I took a break, then I came back, and then right as soon as I came back, my pop passed away. It was kind of sort of unexpected, at least for me. He was suffering for a long time with Parkinson's disease, but I did not expect for him to have it so bad that eventually it was going to lead to his passing. So I filmed a video for you guys. The next day I went and got a facial. And I had like this weird feeling that whole day. Like I was having, I don't know if it was like premonitions or just like a gut feeling about something. My mom and I had spoken about it maybe a few days before, her saying like that he's not doing so well. And it didn't really sound like she was saying that he was going to pass, but just that he wasn't doing well and that I needed to come and visit. So I'm like, okay, I'll plan a visit. Let me wait until I get a little less busy, and then I will come down there and visit my family. So I went and got a facial. I came home. I made myself dinner. And as I'm sitting on the couch eating dinner, I got a phone call from my mom saying that my pop-up was probably going to pass that evening and that I need to get down to the shore where I am from and pretty much say my goodbyes. So it was a very unexpected heartbreak that I was not planning for. Sorry. So I just took some time off and recuperated. I think the hardest part about losing somebody that you care about is obviously you don't want them to suffer anymore. So, oh my God, Haley, stop crying. Sorry. You obviously don't want them to suffer anymore, but it's the sadness of them not being at your future events like your wedding and meeting your children. And my grandfather was only 67 years old. He passed away from Parkinson's disease, and it was just so progressed into dementia that he wasn't able to eat or function like a normal person anymore. I was just really happy that I was able to make it down there before he passed. I got to hold his hand, say my goodbyes, and he passed an hour after I left the hospital. So very sad stuff. So I took a break. I apologize for crying, but I realize that when I speak about it, it makes me sad. But aside from all of that, I feel a lot better. I think if anything, this puts so much into perspective for me that life is short, that family is so important, and I love my family deeply, and I want my family and I to do more things together. I mean, we are pretty close and celebrate every holiday together and different gatherings, but I want it to be even more close and tight knit, and it just really, like, losing someone close to you puts that into perspective. So I am back. I'm going to be doing an entire video today about ditching that broke bitch mindset and truly glowing up in your life. I know I've done a couple glowing up and leveling up videos, and this one in particular is going to be kind of like a tough love video. It's going to be me really giving it to you guys today. I'm going to hopefully help a lot of you out. And I think something that I really, really, really want you guys to focus on when watching this video is to let down your guard, listen to the advice that I'm giving, because I'm speaking from experience and also from learning from other people, and actually having a healthy relationship with winning, with money, with your future, with success in general, and with dealing with all of those things once you get it. We're going to touch on all of that today. I'm going to give you a lot of story times. I'm going to really chit chat today. Get your notepad out, get some snacks or whatever you want. This is going to be a pretty long video, so I want you guys to sit and enjoy it. I also wanted to say today's video is sponsored by Proven Skincare. So thank you so much, Proven, for sponsoring today's video. My skin looks insane because of this brand. I have been using their products daily for a while now. It's a subscription service that is catered and tailored to your skin. I touched on it and I filmed a video for it the other day, so you guys are going to see that in today's video, but I wanted to shout them out in the beginning. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I always ask you guys on there what videos you guys want to see from me, so if you want to chime in and just see a little bit more of me, follow me on there. And let's just get into today's video. Okay guys, I'm going to be talking about today's sponsor, which I am so freaking excited about. I rarely ever get skincare sponsors, and when I do, I can't wait, because when I tell you my skin is something that I prioritize, not only the skin on my face, but my body as well. But today we're going to be talking about the skin on our face, which is so important. And today's sponsor is something that I think you guys are all going to really love, especially if you're trying to decrease your product overload and start honing in on stuff that actually is specific for you. So we're going to be talking about Proven today. So Proven is actually a customized skincare brand where they ask you so many different questions. I actually have my skincare profile right here just to kind of refresh my memory as to what I wanted to focus on when creating this. So essentially you're going to be taking a quiz. It's a very, very, very detailed quiz where they ask you so many different questions like your skin type, your skin tone, your sensitivity, your focus areas, your UV index, which they kind of are able to identify through where you actually live. So you plug in your address or the town and state that you live in. And your humidity, it also measures. It measures your air quality. So I've wanted to focus on specifically hyperpigmentation, fine lines, and wrinkles. Now, the reason why I did that was because I don't actually have a lot of skincare dedicated to anti-aging treatments. And I, of course, love doing anything that's hyperpigmentation focused. So they sent me 3 different things. This is the Proven Personalized Day Moisturizer. I'm obsessed with this. I've been using it for weeks now, and I'm really, really, really seeing a difference. I also have the Proven Personalized Cleanser, which I love using as well. And then last but not least is the night cream. So this came in the box. I also actually have a chapstick, which is somewhere. I actually have no idea where it is because I use it daily. But essentially, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this skincare because I think that you guys are all really going to love it if you're looking for skincare that's dedicated for you personally. It literally gets to the nitty-gritty of all the things that you need when it pertains to what your needs are, what you're lacking in, what you strongly need help with, what you're, where your environment is and how it's affecting your skin. It's so personalized and special. So I think that it's really nice. I also wanted to mention some of the active ingredients that are in my products because it gives you all of these notes of what is in your product. So for my moisturizer, I have zinc oxide, glycerin, vitamin E, and pullulan. And it explains what each thing does. So it says the glycerin is a plant-based humectant that hydrates and soothes the skin. So if you're not super educated on skincare, it's nice to have these cards and able to really see. For my night cream, there's a lot of different things in there. Because I struggle with hyperpigmentation, I noticed that the first active ingredient is retinol. Insane. I absolutely love retinol. And it also has kojic acid, which is really great with discoloration and even tone. And yeah, guys, I'm telling you, this skincare is so nice. I'm already noticing such a difference on my face. And if you guys want, I'll show you guys update photos as I start using it more. I didn't really have a before and after currently because I'm still using it. So I want to get to know the product more, use it for a few more weeks, and then really do a side-by-side. So if you guys want that, I'll do it in another video. But I wanted to shout them out today because I really, really, really love this brand. I love what it stands for, and I think you guys are going to as well. So if you guys want to try out Proven, I will leave everything you guys need to know in the description bar down below, and I also have a coupon code so you guys can use that as well. And yeah, thank you so much, Proven, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the rest of today's topic. Okay. We are talking about ditching that broke bitch mindset and truly glowing up and leveling up in life. And the first thing that I want to say, and I want to kind of call some of you out. I want to call out, you hear me? I want to call out the girls and the guys that are watching this that spend their time focusing on everybody but themselves. We've touched on this in a few videos, but I'm really going to get into it today and how it's keeping you broke. How it's keeping you poor, broke, and uninspired. I have experienced some interesting things in my life. I have lost friends. I have gained friends. I have experienced loss in life and in successful possibilities. And then I've also won in so many possibilities that I've given myself, or opportunities, I should say. And something that I have learned about myself in particular that is really, really, really important to embody when you are trying to ditch a broke bitch mindset is I do not hate watch. I don't spend any time and energy on people I don't like. I don't secretly become friends with people who I feel like are better than me or I'm envious of them, which I don't really experience envy at all. But it took me a minute to get here, and I can do a separate video on how to Ditch your jealousy and envy behaviors, because it's a very poor quality to possess if you're trying to genuinely become a good person and become a better person. I have found, and this is serious talk, that those who hate watch, make fake pages, and make fun of people, those who spend a lot of time, commenting on certain things that they shouldn't be commenting on, and feeling a type of way about certain people, and it constantly being the topic of conversation in their life, those people are broke. Because you want to know something? Time is money. Time is money. And you are giving the people that you are putting energy into, you're giving them money and you're losing money. And I'm going to tell you how. You might not be actually handing them a dollar bill, but what you're doing is you're taking time away from your own personal life where you could be growing, leveling up, making money, becoming successful, and you're spending it focusing on them, hate watching, making fake pages and making fun of them, and doing all unnecessary things. And they're actually just doing things. They are always going to be making money if you're hate watching them. And I have found that it is a true testament to a person when you spend time doing that with someone else. It if anything, it exposes you as a human being. You think you're being funny, cheeky, and cool, or that you think it's normal to gossip and encourage drama, but in reality, it is so time consuming. It is not putting money in your pockets. You are constantly spending time being a fucking hater, and you need to start pouring into yourself. Now, granted, you could be a person that doesn't do any of these things. You're not like a hate watcher, you're not any of that. So I want to make sure I also say this from the perspective of genuinely just putting your time into things that don't matter, things that are not helping you. A person is going to stay broke if they are always pouring their energy into places that aren't going to make them money, that aren't going to get them out of that position. Time is money. You're going to either stay broke and bitter, or you're going to level up and get what you need. Now, for those who are struggling in, maybe you guys are starting out in an entrepreneurial venture, you have a lot of haters in your life, and it could be your family, it could be old friends, it could be just people in general. You feel like there's a lot of eyes on you, there's a lot of energies that you're seeing that are not positive. You need to tunnel vision them out. A way to truly stay broke mindset, because we're talking about broke mindset. We're not really talking about money, because broke mindset I think is more important to fix than to actually fix your bank account, because a mindset is a shift across the board, and it will also help your finances, but it doesn't just help your finances. It helps your confidence, it helps your relationships, it helps your relationship with money, it helps you with preparing for the future. There's a lot of things that a broke mindset being shifted can do for you. And I want to say, for you to be so focused on what other people think of you is also a problem. It's also an issue, and it's also holding you back. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. What other people have to say about you, none of your business. And that's how you need to start answering it. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I used to be really sensitive. I don't always show it, because I'm not one of those people that's like, look at me, I'm like super sensitive. I feel like it kind of puts a target on your back. But there was a time where I used to be very sensitive. And when I heard for the first time somebody saying to me, somebody's opinion of you is none of your business, and when you start viewing it like that, you will feel better, it completely shifted how I felt about life. I realized me spending time trying to figure out why somebody doesn't like me does not help me. You can't change people's minds about you. Also, sidebar, why are you trusting the judgment of someone, or allowing somebody's feelings about you hurt you if they don't know who you are? You don't know my character. You don't know who I am as a person, so why would I care what you have to say? It's just really important that you spend a lot of time pouring into your own energy. That's it. That is all. Stop hate watching. Stop following people that don't serve you. Stop becoming friends with people who you feel a little envious and jealous of. Stop allowing people to penetrate your energy when you're on a positive note. This is all stuff that needs to be considered to change a broke bitch mindset. Okay, the next thing to help change your broke bitch mindset is to change your money story. I have met a lot of people who struggle with money, who it seems to me like the second they get it, they spend it on material items, or they don't manage it well. And I think that's something that can be really important in helping this journey for yourself, is being more self-aware and knowing when to stop. There was a time in my life when I started making a lot of money. It was right when my YouTube channel really started to take off, And I was so excited to own material items. I was buying Chanel every other month. I was spending a lot of money on designer items, and there's nothing wrong with that. If anything, I am like a lover of luxury. I will always be someone who enjoys luxury items. I love luxury homes. I love luxury shoes, bags, luxury lifestyle in general, hotels, all of it, right? But I'm gonna keep it real with you. And this is some real shit right here because I used to always not argue with my mom, but we had very different viewpoints on how money should be spent. She would always say, I like to save for the future, or I like to invest in things that make me more money. And I was like, no, like I just want to have fun and like do cool things. And like that was, I think, a youth in me, like a youthful vibe to myself that I was just like, I didn't understand why my mom was so frugal. And the older I get, I'm not going to say I'm more frugal, but I'm more intentional. And I am definitely changing my money story. So for instance, my last apartment was stunning, okay? I moved in there with my boyfriend at the time. I didn't find it to be too expensive for us both. When him and I broke up and it was all on me, it was over $5,000 a month in rent every month. And as beautiful as my apartment was, I felt very uncomfortable spending that much to something that wasn't mine. It was just not conducive for me. I did it a year after we broke up. I did the whole year thing. I tried it out. I stuck it out. But then I really wanted to change my money story and say, you know what? I want to invest, have a home, pour into my home, renovate the home, and it be mine. That's my money story. So the older I get and the more that I try to shift my focus, I have noticed that my money story is no longer, I need to get this right now. No more instant gratification. I actually really do plan for the future when I spend my money now. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to buy myself a YSL pump from time to time. I'm just going to buy it when I really, really, really want it. I used to just buy things because I could. Now I buy things when I want to and when I feel like it's right and it's like a purchase that makes me feel good. Whether that's a home, whether that's a shoe, whether that's a light bulb, whether that's something for my dogs, I want it to feel good. It's an intentional thing. So when you want to change your broke bitch mindset, have a more healthy perception and outlook when it comes to money. If you're somebody who loves to spend on material items and you're always confused at the end of the month, where's all my money? Take a look. Take a look inward and see how you can change it. There are ways to grow and prosper with just a little bit of habit control. Being able to control yourself and plan better is the best thing ever. A lot of you guys are actually unhappy due to your money problems that you've created. If you just change them a little bit, you'd be surprised how happy you'll become and how much different your life will feel. Okay. The next thing, and this is something I have it written down. This is something that I actually found on Pinterest that really helped me. And I'm going to read it to you in a second. But a great way to, change your broke bitch mindset is to establish a growth mindset, which essentially means perspective on things. Why does everything always have to be so negative? And I'm going to read to you. I have it on my phone. I'm going to read to you different growth mindset things that you can take into consideration. So, this is what I'm going to read. Instead of saying, this is hard, say this, practice will make me better at this. Instead of saying, I'm making too many mistakes, say this, mistakes are how I learn and get better. Instead of saying, I'm not smart, say, I'm really smart when it comes to. So, I have found that in my own personal journey, of becoming the best version of myself, I have tapped into the things that I'm good at. There was something that Gary Vee said that resonated with me so significantly. And he said, instead of making you really good at something that you're bad at, make yourself incredible at something that you're good at. Oh, that hit me. I said, oh my God, bingo, that's the answer. We are always trying to fix something that we're so bad at instead of trying to do something that we're already good at and making it better. So I'm going to apply this to fitness really quick. I've always been pretty bad at cardio. I think a part of it is because I'm just not like a functional person in that way. Like my body just doesn't move how I feel like my peers were when I was growing up. And it made me have like a negative outlook on fitness and just working out in general. So I have found that when it comes to fitness, instead of putting so much of my energy into cardio, which I still do because I do think it's important to walk and run. So I just do low impact cardio. So I love to go for walks for miles, and I love to use the elliptical, and I even like the rowing machine, right? But what I decided to do was, instead of focusing on trying to improve that from bad to great, I decided that weight training was something that I was pretty good at. I got like the method down, I got the motion down, and it was really just about improving my weight training and making it better and being able to go heavier and harder and crazier. And now I would consider myself to be pretty good at it. And I really just think it's about making yourself amazing at something you're already good at. A lot of us are struggling in life with career, with relationships, with literally anything, based off of the fact that we're trying so hard to be good at something that we're bad at. Another thing, let's just say you have been trying to wake up early your entire life, but you're so bad at it. Why don't you instead, let's just say you want to get so much done in the morning and that's why you want to wake up early. Why don't you do all of that in the evening instead? Try to find ways to make things work for you so you can be the best version of yourself that you can be. It is so important that we start to improve the things that we're already good at, because it's just going to bring us closer to being successful, to winning in life, to leveling up and glowing up. It's just truly the secret. Okay, the next thing to ditch that broke bitch mindset is to stop dating energy depleters. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I truly love being alone. I say that every day. I think a lot of people say it because they think it sounds cool. I say it because it's true. And I'm going to tell you why. There was a time in my life where I loved being in love and I loved being in relationships. And I'm talking even prior to my 7-year relationship. I was in relationships as a teenager quite often. I was like in love with the idea of being loved. And I'm finally at a place in my life where, because I have built so much for myself, I have my dogs, I have my home, I have my career, I have my life, I have my routine that I love. It's really difficult to fit somebody into that. Now, I'm not saying I'm not open to the idea of doing that, because I am. I would love to one day find someone for myself. But I have found that I'm in a good place in my life because I can't just fit somebody into my life so easily anymore. That's how I know that I have improved. Because if you're able to just date anyone and mold into their life, you have not established your own life yet. When you are trying to ditch a broke bitch mindset, you need to kind of reevaluate what you're tolerating in your relationships and what you're allowing to be a part of your day-to-day life. A relationship could really mess up the trajectory of your entire life. And this is fact. If you're dating someone who's depleting your energy, possibly taking money from you, is not really helping you boost your self-confidence, is struggling to see the positive in anything, you're dating someone who's abusive emotionally, physically, whatever, these things can really make your life go one way or another. You cannot have a whole separate amazing life and then that. It's impossible. They always marry each other. So when you are dating an energy depleter, you are going to struggle with growing as a person. You just are. And let me tell you something, it makes you resentful and bitter. When you date people who are not on your level, who are not equally yoked, who are not just as happy as you or just as ambitious as you, it's really hard to make that person understand that you need to take a step back and do things for yourself. And if you want to grow, if you want to become successful, if you want to become a completely different person, it's really difficult to do that with somebody who doesn't see the vision for not only themselves, but for you. I'm telling you, I speak to people all the time, especially in doing consults, and a huge hurdle for them in actually overcoming some things and getting further in life is their partner. So it's time to reevaluate these relationships. And that's just honest. I'm not going to tell you what to do with them, but I'm going to tell you that they are going to hold you back if you keep, going through that. Think about all of the people that you know that are in unhealthy relationships. It's really difficult for them to truly be happy and truly do well. Granted, some people are great compartmentalizers and they're able to separate the two. I just don't think they're able to do it for long. That's just my thought. Okay, the last thing that I want to say for ditching a broke bitch mindset, and I say this in almost all of my habit videos and glowing up videos and leveling up videos because It's important, and I'm going to always bring it up. And it's really just creating a super healthy routine. And that, I wrote in specific, like waking up early will get more shit done. So I'm going to give like a healthy example for you guys to understand. Let's just say you have work at 9 o'clock. I hear a lot of you guys say, oh, but I have work early and I have kids and this and that. Okay. Let's just say you have work at 9, but you wake up at 8. So you get up, you brush your teeth, you do your hair, and you're out the door. Now, what if you have work at 9, but you wake up at 5? You can now meditate, you can work out, you can make yourself breakfast, you can journal and read. That's a lot of things that you accomplished before you had work. Think about it. If you're waking up at 5, you're not going to sit around and chill from 5 to 9. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of a person that wakes up early every day and does nothing. Never heard it. And hey, let's just say you want to do nothing for an hour. You still can, because now it's only 6 a.m. So you have from 6 to 9 to do certain things. It takes an hour to work out. So now it's 7. It takes about a half hour to eat. Now it's 7:30. It can take 10 minutes to meditate. Now it's 7:40. I'm telling you, there are so many minutes and hours in the day that we can cram certain things into each other, and it creates a better mindset for you. There are statistics that are shown that people who wake up early are more successful. And I can do an entire video of successful women and the things that they do. I actually posted something. Hold on. I posted something on my Instagram a couple days ago, and it was 23 habits of successful women. I'll read a few things that this has written down. She takes care of her personal hygiene. She invests in herself. She values her mental health. She knows how to manage her money wisely. Successful women consume uplifting and positive media. She hones in on her craft daily. Guys, I can do an entire video of habits that I personally do to be successful, but I'm telling you, a huge one is routine-based. It's waking up early. It's trying to get things done. You are going to continuously stay broke and bitter and I'm talking broke in all areas of life, if you're not taking your day seriously. Always wanting to wait till tomorrow to do things, always pushing things off, always waiting until the last minute. No. You can't procrastinate. You can't wait till the last minute. You have to just do it. And I know it's not going to be easy in the moment to do, but you're never going to regret getting things done. I've never heard it. I've never said, damn, I wish I didn't achieve all my tasks for the day. Who says that? Nobody. So you have to start looking at it from that perspective. And it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. It's difficult, but it's possible. I promise. I hope this video helped you guys. I think that a lot of you guys are stuck in a place where you maybe are doing some things that are keeping you in a broke bitch mindset and not allowing you to glow up and level up in life. You need to start viewing life like it truly is your only one. And I know that sounds really cliche, but I have spent a lot of time in my life, not a lot, but enough time in my life where I wasn't doing a whole lot. And I don't regret it because it taught me a lot, but I definitely would never go back down that path again. It's not something I'm interested in doing. So from a person who was once very lazy and uninspired, I am telling you, this is the way to go. This is the more exceptional route. This is the route where you'll see change and difference in your life. Stop being a hater. Stop obsessing over other people's lives. Take care of yourself. Have a better relationship with money, and you will be in a better place. I'm telling you. It tells a lot about a person when they project and complain and hate things and just obsess over things that are not important. It is not a testament to anyone else but themselves. You have to view it that way. And if you have found yourself to be in a place where you're constantly fighting, life, and it's just like a constant like push and pull, it's time to reevaluate. It's time to start over. And you can, and it will make you a lot happier. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Sound off down below anything that you guys want to touch on and talk about, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, allowing me to cry, allowing me to just be vulnerable. I always appreciate it when you guys allow me to just be me. I don't remember last time I cried on camera, so a little crazy, but it just happened. I love you guys so much. Thank you again, Proven Skincare, for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye, everyone.